Fred, can you hear me?
I'm a link in the chain.
I am a link in the chain.
I am a link in the chain.
I'm 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 a link in the chain.
I am a link in the chain.
I am a link in the chain.
I'm a link in the chain.
I'm a link in the chain.
I'm a link in the chain.
I am a link in the chain. When you play one of us, you play all of us.
Hi, everybody, and welcome out to Highlander Stadium here at Highland Park. We've got your 2022 Highland Park football spring football game. It's hard to believe football is already here, but we got a lot of excited parents in the stand, and we've already seen a couple of good games. We saw the freshman game a little bit earlier, and JV also got underway as well. There's going to be the first play from scrimmage, and it's the first team offense for Highland Park against the first team defense. And there's Brendan Storr on his first carry of the game. First play of the offense for the 2022 year.
Yeah, and outside Sam blitz by the first defense. First play of the game, pressures Brendan Storr out of the pocket, picks up about 8 yards.
It's going to be Jay Cox, who's lined up at the running back, and he'll take the handoff, goes over left tackle. He's going to be met right there and brought down by Tommy Rossley. And that's going to be a first down. So they'll move the ball out to the 41-yard line for Highland Park.
And Brian Rapp also helping Rossley there on the stop. Rapp, the outside linebacker.
Do a little on-air.
Lots of pressure by the first team defense.
That is Storr, who's going to get outside, left side. He's going to take it up along the numbers all the way across the 50, down inside the 25, and he'll be run out of bounds down there around the 18-yard line. That's Jeeve who made the tackle right there, and boy, big first down right there for the offense.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, Jay Cox is going to be a force to be reckoned with this year for the Scots. He did such great things last year. Coming out of the backfield, it's almost like the Scots are in a 5-wide set when he's in the backfield, because if he comes out, he's just like another slot receiver out there. Cox, second on the team in rushing last year, behind Christian Reeves.
Well, let's see what they do this time. They're going to send Jackson Heiss wide out to the right side, and that is on the left side, Julian Pham Davis, who is starting for Luke Herring, who's not playing tonight. They're going to give that little delay. Jay Cox right up the middle. He's got the 10, the 5. He's going to get in for the touchdown. Jay Cox will score the first touchdown of the night.
And a great pulling block that time by left tackle Lawson Petty. Pancakes his man in the defensive front on the first down on the play, and opens the hole up for Cox to scamper into the end zone.
Jackson Heiss made a nice block downfield as well to clear it for him.
Coming in to kick is we don't have.
Yes, no, we don't.
We don't have number 15 listed for us, unless that is Ben Woodward, who is listed as backup quarterback. It is not, but number 15 did kick the Joshua Baines, I'm being told now. So we've got rosters, but we have about 3 of them, and they all have different numbers. And we have several players tonight who are going to be wearing the same number.
So bear with us while we adjust to this.
Give us a little bit of a break right here. Okay, we had ones going against ones. First team offense against the first team defense. And right here we're going to have the second team offense against the second team defense. Warren Peck in there at quarterback. They're going to blow the whistle. He's going to be down. And that's going to be a loss on the play. They're going to put it down right around the 25-yard line. They started him at the 30. So a loss of 5 right there.
And the rules tonight, Russell, are the quarterback, they're going to pull up and have a quick whistle if the quarterback's going to get sacked and the defense has been told to lay off. But if the quarterback scrambles and runs, he's fair game. So that time right there, Ryan Yates, number 91, would have had a sack, if I read that correctly.
81.
And Warren Peck would have been dropped.
This is Wagner Perry, who will line up in the backfield. They'll fake it to him, swing it out left side. That's going to be caught, turn it upfield across the 30 down to the 34-yard line before he's tackled.
Kashada.
And I believe that was Walker Kashada on the reception. He's starting at an inside receiver for this second-team offense.
Twos on twos. We got a running clock that will go over how this works. We got a running clock except for punts and scoring plays. Looks like the defense jumped, free play for the number twos, and it's complete.
And that is going to be a big pass play to Ted Higgins, who will take it up the left side. And Higgins, way down deep into the defensive territory, will be run out of bounds right about the 15-yard line. Ted Higgins was the man who got it, and Connor Cornell comes through to make the tackle. He's starting in a linebacker position tonight.
And Peck threw a really nice back shoulder on that pass.
Right. Warren Peck's got a great arm, and he showed it right there with that back shoulder, as you said.
Here we go in there at center right now. Case Pickleman. It's Ogle who's starting at center right now. They'll swing it out right side. That's going to be caught. Turn it upfield. Grind out near the 10-yard line. And Walker Kashada again on the reception. Among those in on the tackle this time will be Barrett Denton.
Safety, Barrett Denton, doing a good job.
As long as the offense makes a first down, they'll continue on the field. When they do not make a first down, then they'll swap and go back to will they go back to first teamers or
Yeah, in other words, if the second team does not score, first team will come back on.
Here we go, second down and 5. They need the 5-yard line for a first down. This is the second team offense. Peck in at quarterback, out of the shotgun. He'll turn, hand it off.
Oh, nice.
Running play. This is Rapp on the carry. He'll turn it up, pick up just a couple. He kind of ducked his head in there. And we'll give him a pickup of 3 yards right there. That's Brian Rapp on his first carry of the game. Jack Morris, inside backer, comes through to make the tackle.
And Rapp did a good job of just squeezing through the smallest of holes up front. Got some good pulling help from the right side of his offensive line and saw a hole, and that's what all good backs do. They take a hard right turn when they see it and make something out of nothing.
Wagner Perry and Brian Rapp will be the 2 running backs in the backfield. They'll stand to either side of Storr, who again works out, behind Peck, who again works out of the shotgun, turns, hands it off, and did he get in? Touchdown. Brian Rapp with the touchdown right there for Highland Park's second-team offense.
And good lead block that time by Wagner Perry. Lead block in front of his buddy in the backfield, Rapp.
Got in there. He did a nice job. He got hit right at the 5-yard line and then backs his way down to the 1 before he spins into the end zone. That was a nice little run right there for the second-team offense for the Scots.
This is Judge Ellis snapping the ball on the extra point. And that's good. That's number 13, which we do not have on our roster. So back will come the first offense against the first defense halfway through the first quarter.
Switch it around, and Highland Park's first-team offense, again, will move right to left. We're still in what is considered the first quarter. They're going with a running clock. The only time they'll stop, it's going to be on a score. And here we go. Storr wants to throw. He sets back. He's going to launch this one into the flat left side. That's going to be caught near side. Julian Pham Davis makes a nice catch right there, and that's going to be a 9-yard pickup for the first-team offense for the Scots.
And that's beautiful protection up front by Lawson Petty on the left, Sweeney on the right, along with the interior of the Scots offensive line. And showing some nice work right there. Lawson Petty, the only starter returning.
Those inside, left guard is Will Ogle right now, and Whit Basso is at right guard. Here's a pass, right side. That's going to be caught around the 42, turned upfield. Nice run right there after the catch into defensive territory. Hutch Crow with his first catch of the night, and that's going to be a big first down for the first-team offense for Highland Park.
And Scott's incredibly deep at the wide receiver position. You'll see several guys tonight. Jackson Heist, the only starter who's playing tonight. The other 3 starting wide receivers are out as precautionary measures or because they are hurt at the moment. And you got to see right there what Hutch Crow can do.
Highland Park's offense goes with two running backs. This time they throw it across the middle. That's going to be an incomplete pass intended for Crow. And that was Tommy Rossley who was defending on the play. And we're trying to get everybody's name called when they make a play tonight. But again, we are with makeshift rosters tonight. So if we miss a name, as we said before, bear with us tonight.
Or if we mispronounce it and butcher it,
or if we butcher,
come on up to the press box and tell us how it should sound.
Here we go. This is 2nd and 10 for Highland Park's offense. Long pass downfield, right
Whoa!
side. It's going to be knocked away. Almost intercepted. Nearly picked off down there by Carl Williams, but it's incomplete pass. And Williams defending on the play down there for Highland Park's first-team defense.
And Cormac Carroll also on the coverage, really getting deep into his hook zone. Nicely thrown ball by Brennan Storr, contested, but you got two defenders right there, making it difficult for was that Heiss to
really
come up with the
stayed
catch?
With it too. He almost made the catch.
Yeah, Heiss is going to do that. He's a big, tall, rangy receiver. Scots are going to get a lot of work out of.
This time 3 receivers
Oh,
left.
yeah.
This time Storr is going to take it on a delay handoff. He's got the first down, and Moore spins his way down to the 26, 25, and they may give him forward progress near the 24-yard line, and another first down for Highland Park.
A nice job setting up that delayed draw right there, a quarterback draw by right tackle Sweeney. Did a fine job of inviting the defense to the outside, then pinning into the defensive end out there, giving Brennan Storr a place to run.
Up on that defensive line, Kyle Carlson at one defensive end. At the other, I believe that is Spencer Brown. And I believe it's Lewis Montgomery in the middle right there. Again, we'll check the numbers. There's a little down and out. That's going to be complete. And again, that's out to Jackson Heiss. Had almost 400 yards in receptions last year on 20 catches. And Jackson did a nice job. Had about 20 yards per carry last year.
Tonight, Grayson Schrank out, Luke Herring out. And so the Scots getting a good chance to see what their depth looks like at wide receiver.
Again, they're going to go 3 wide receivers out left. They're going to fake the handoff to the inside receiver coming around on a reverse. Storr is going to keep it. He'll go up the middle. He took out the official at the 9-yard line, and the official made a nice tackle right there. Tommy Rossley was actually in on the tackle. But the officiating crew took a blow right there.
Well, that's a Pluto play right there. Brennan Storr fakes the stretch play to the left to Jay Cox, pulls the ball out, heads straight up the gut, and but he gets into the secondary before the defense can react, and we hope the official is okay. Looks like he's up and about. And great job up front. You see what a threat Brennan Storr is going to be. Not only we know he can throw the ball, but he's going to be a major threat running the ball as well for the Scots as they enter 6A in the fall.
Boy, and that's something we'll talk about throughout the broadcast tonight, because it's going to be interesting to go back into 6A, and you've got a whole new group of schools that they'll be facing.
Right. And
all the Richardson schools, all the Irving schools, plus you got Jesuit in there.
Plus Jesuit. That'll be a big-time rivalry with Pierce again.
Here goes that option play off to the right side. Pitch it to Jay Cox, trying to turn the corner. He got inside the 5, and then he's going to be shoved out of bounds on the far side of the field. But Jay does such a nice job when he gets outside of tight roping the sideline. And among those who come in there and help out on the tackle was, I believe, the outside linebacker over there. It might have been William White.
Down in front now, let's see.
Hunter Thornton was over there as well. Thornton is in at that jack linebacker right now, it looks like.
Right. Also got Charlie Barton in at the Will backer. Judge Ellis looks like defensive end. Ball's on the ground.
Oh, that's a busted play by the offense. Couldn't tell if that was a
ball
bad snap or if that was just dropped by the quarterback. Just a miscommunication right there. Though, but isn't that the kind of things you want to happen tonight?
Yeah.
And get all this stuff worked out so
and
make as many mistakes here before you get into fall play.
Exactly. And you know, on top of that, Maroulis, who would be the Scottish starting center, is out. So this is probably a young man that hadn't done a lot of it and ball dribbles back sometimes. That's why you have spring practice, to get these errors on tape where you can get them corrected. Here comes the dog blitz.
Here we go. We've got two running backs in the backfield. Give it to Cox. He's going to try to break it around the right side, and he will get it again down to the 5. They may give him forward. Well, they're going to say he stepped out right at the 6-yard line as he tried to turn the corner. Judge Ellis was up there.
Charlie Barton.
Was that Rossley?
And Barton. Yep. And that was 4th down, so the ball go over. Let's see. That's a stop by the defense. No,
Well,
the
here
field,
comes
field
field
goal.
goal.
My mistake.
And again, it's going to be number 15 to kick. And unfortunately, we were not given number 15. Josh Baines? Okay, it is Josh Baines. And this is going to be what, about a 23-yarder?
Yep. Did he get it?
I believe he did.
Okay.
It's unusual not to have the officials standing there to
Yeah.
make sure because we're kind of off from the left side.
And so that'll be the end of the first quarter of play.
Well, it's good to have you with us. Russell Scott here along with Jim Castellaw. Pat Sauer is here. Jay Ellis is helping us spot. And, Pat, let me just get your thoughts on that first quarter of play. I know it's been kind of erratic and hard for us to keep up with some of the number changes and things like that. But
Yeah, Storer had some good runs. He had some good throws. But the defense, the secondary's coming through and making some big plays on the ball. And, that's exciting to see with Scott football, that we can stop somebody else's passing game.
All right.
Well, we'd like to say thank you to New York Subs for providing the crew with sandwiches this afternoon as they got everything set up for the television broadcast.
Warren
Cranking up the second
Peck.
quarter of play, a little down and out. Peck unable to connect with the wide receiver. That's Marshall Miller. Couldn't hold on to it. Over there defending on the play was
Number 20, wasn't it? Wasn't that Nathan Harper?
Was number 20. Is
Nathan Harper.
that- okay. I don't
Had a
have that number
cornerback.
up here. Second down and 10. Again, this is going to be the second team offense, second team defense going
Right.
against each other.
And there will be some third-teamers mixed in from time to time.
He'll turn, hand it off. Running play by Rapp. He's going to go right over right guard. Found a nice little seam there to pick up 4 yards.
And
They're going to give him all the way out to the 35. So let's make it a 5-yard pickup right there for Brian Rapp.
number 33 coming in, Jack Morris, to make first contact down around the ankles. You know, you never want to get people banged up, but the one good thing about it is you sometimes find diamonds in the rough on guys who can step up and show what they can do if you give them a chance, and that's one of the best things about the spring game.
Again, Peck at quarterback from the shotgun. He's going to look downfield.
Nice
Looks
protection.
left. Now he comes back to the right
Oh.
side, trying to get that receiver who was dragging across, and it's going to be incomplete. Miller was the intended receiver right there. They just not able to connect. And that's going to bring up that was 4th down right there, it looks like. And we're going to have the ball go over, and it looks like they'll bring the first teamers back out.
Yeah, they're going to punt the ball. Well, I thought they were.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they're going to punt it. We're going to punt it with just, for those of you, we're going to punt it from the 30-yard line and with just the snapper.
Jack Tansey is going to come on to punt it away. Brady Dotrieve is going to be back to do the return chores. Oh, I'm sorry. Dotrieve is the deep snapper. Here's Tansey's punt. It's going to be a high wobbler. And it will be fielded down there by Jay Cox. Okay, so that's the only time really that they're going to stop the clock. Touchdowns in punting situations right there. So we still have 10:22 to play in the first half. And come halftime, we're only going to have about a 5-minute halftime. But we'll have a special guest coming up to talk to us at halftime. The incoming new athletic director for the Scots, Rodney Webb. And that's a name that's probably familiar to a lot of Scots football fans.
If you've ever watched a Rockwall game or a Denton Geyer game.
In fact, after this was announced, my buddy who's a huge Geyer fan called me and went, "What the heck are y'all doing?"
we know how to hurt the opponent. You know, we take away their head coach. Well, one of the reasons this game's being broadcast is that the captains' dads are going to start hardcore sales tomorrow. We'll get to that in just a minute. Here we go.
Handoff goes left side, and a nice breakaway across the 50 down to near the 46, 45-yard line. Wilson Axley with a first down carry on his first carry of the night.
What I was saying is the dads are going to start the hard sales, raising money for the radio and TV broadcasts starting on Monday. And if you'd like to be a part of that, we'd love to have you help sponsor the 2022 Highland Park Scots.
How about Robert Sweeney? He got a really nice seal-off block right there to open things up for the running back. Sweeney, who's coming back from injury, didn't play last year. And again, this is going to be Storr who keeps it. He'll pick up about 9 yards. It's going to bring second down and 1. Judge Ellis comes through to make the tackle. Judge started getting some playing time last year late in the season, and he's expected to be one of those that the Scots count on quite a bit this season on that defense.
Well, and he's been in baseball, hasn't he? He's been in. I think this is third day of practice, maybe 3 days of practice, and he says, "I want to play." So nice to hate to see the baseball team lose, but glad to have Judge and his baseball teammates back.
It's going to be second down and 1. Quarterback wants to throw it. Storr's going to run with it. He will get the first down. We do have a flag thrown back near the original line of scrimmage, and from where that was thrown, probably going to be a holding call. That'll be the first penalty. There's, something good. You never know what's going to happen penalty-wise out here, but only one flag thrown so far. If you're the coach coming into this, Jim, what do you want to do in the spring game?
Well, it's cliche, but the number one, you want to get out without any injuries. I mean, because it seems like the Scots haven't had a lot of injuries that I recall in the spring game, but they have had injuries in practice prior to the spring game. And when you get to the game on the, this is your last practice before August, all you want to do is keep people healthy where they can, continue to work out all summer and get even bigger and better. But I think every coach would say that. In fact, I had a coach say one time, I wish it rained because I'd love to just cancel it.
Second down and 11. Throw out to the right side. That was intended for Jackson Heiss. Incomplete pass.
Fans wouldn't like that, and we wouldn't like that. But the intent is you want kids to have success and to feel good about themselves and really spur them on to 7-on-7 in the summer where they really start to develop some cohesion.
William White came out from the outside linebacker to break that last pass up.
William White.
Third down 11.
Carl
from the 46-yard line.
Carlson's moved from nose guard last year to defensive end now. Kyle Carlson.
They were showing blitz, and then the linebackers back out of it. The pass across the middle. That's going to be an incomplete pass.
White
Sewell,
on the
intended receiver, and you're right. That's William White, who was defending on the play.
And that was fourth down coming up.
I believe it's fourth down coming up.
Number one.
Yeah. They're going to punt it away.
And if you're wondering about the scoreboard and why aren't they keeping score, that was one of Coach Allen's requirements is that, he doesn't want, this is not about who wins and loses. This is about getting better as a team. And so we're not going to put up points on the scoreboard tonight.
Judge Ellis on the deep snap. Jay Cox on the punt. And Wilson Axley on the return that time. And again, no live action on a punt or kick or anything like that tonight. Second team offense against the second team defense coming out now.
Wasn't too long ago that these guys were in the YMCA playing in the Under the Lights game and dreaming about this day when they first get their first taste of varsity action for a lot of them. YMCA provides a great six-man program for these guys that a lot of schools go, well, how does that help you? Well, I'm not sure how it helps, but it sure has helped Highland Park be good for a long time.
This time the Scots offense will start from their own 6-yard line. Again, this is second team offense, second team defense. Nice pass out into the flat right side. That's going to be caught and turned upfield, and that is Cannon Knippa made the catch.
And is that Knippa? We're asking Jay Ellis since he sometimes knows these.
We went through this whole thing last year, and we decided on Knippa.
Okay.
Pat Sauer tried to say it was Nippa. We think it's Knippa. If you know, please let us No, so we get that right.
Oh, yeah.
Nice keeper that time by Peck. He's going to take it around the right side, and Warren Peck's got a nice run and a first down out near the 22-yard line. That's Barrett Denton, who will get credit for the tackle. We'll get a nice replay of it right here.
Yeah, Peck got a good block out in front by his Z receiver out there. And that was Wayne McCullough.
We had a flag thrown right at the end of that play.
And they are enforcing penalties here, so let's see what the call is.
Called a holding on our outside receiver.
Okay. Might have been why that block was so good.
Move it all the way back to the 11-yard line. Second down now in roughly 5. 7:14 to play here in the first half.
Backers
This
showing
is the
blitz.
Spring game for Highland Park. Peck looks right, throws right, tried to back shoulder and couldn't come back and get it. That was Wayne McCullough, who was the intended receiver. And down there.
Number 17 in coverage, but I do not see.
Well, I was going to say, I've got it right here. It's either Gill or Jack or Parker.
Okay, got
maybe.
3 17s. You know, in watching practice, one of the things that I was impressed with, at least with the first group, the offensive line, again, it got 3 new guys out there, really 4 with Sweeney. I know that Lawson Petty's having to help quite a bit as the returning starter, but they look pretty effective.
Ted Higgins, the intended receiver. And back there playing defense on him was Nathan Harper. And now comes fourth down.
That was that high-low double out on that play, and both of them were covered up pretty well. And Peck just threw it the only place he could throw it without it getting picked off.
And Pat, you coached when your son was here. You coached 7-on-7 in the summer, didn't you?
We spent a lot of time.
So
lot
these
of
plays look
Saturdays.
familiar, don't they?
Yes, sir.
There's Tansey with a nice high punt, and Jay Cox will field it around the 33-yard line. And the one thing we saw from Jay last year is he's a pretty dynamic runner. He's got some speed, but I think a better description may be shifty.
Yeah.
Great balance.
He's
too.
shifty and you know, you can cut on a dime, but he really impressed me on what he did catching the ball out of the backfield, because there's no way a linebacker's covering him. And he just, like I say, he becomes like your third slot receiver, and that's dangerous, you know, when you got a guy that can run or filter out into an empty set.
Case Pickleman takes over at center now for Highland Park.
Whit Basso, one of the offensive linemen.
And their store again. He's
Oh,
going to
yes,
turn, give
yes,
it to
yes.
Cox right up the middle.
Oh.
Jay makes a great move at
Oh.
the 15-yard line and takes it on into the end zone. His second touchdown of this spring game.
Boy, Lawson Petty that time right there, and I believe it was Jake Watts, if I wasn't mistaken, down on the left side of the offensive line, just caved down the first-team defense, and Cox sees it, cuts back, and then makes a beautiful move, as you said, Russell, about the 15-yard line.
Nice run right there for Jay Cox. And again, last year had 435 yards. Noah Lilly's come into the game right here. He'll snap on this extra point. Jay Cox will hold it. And the kicker is number 85. I don't have...
Steele Tobin?
Is that Tobin?
That's what's on the roster.
I promise you by next fall, we will have the kicker down.
And again,
Right.
a special thanks goes out to New York Subs. We didn't get any New
Yeah.
York Subs, but the crew
But-
said they were fantastic.
But somebody had doubles somewhere. Somebody ate my sandwich.
They're sitting out there in front of the trailer down there, wiping their chin, giving us a thumbs up, saying they were really, really good. New York Subs, thank you very much. Appreciate you being part of the telecast tonight. It's a handoff run right up the middle. That's going to pick up another 6 yards right there. William Suarez comes in to make the tackle. Got some good linebackers that Highland Park's going to have to replace this year. Lost the top 2 tacklers on the team from last year's defense.
Jack Curtis, obviously he'll be a big hole to fill, but I remember there have been other big holes to fill,
Well,
and somebody comes up and does it every time.
I was going to say, how many years in a row have we gone, this position is really going to be hard to fill, and somebody steps in,
remember
and third game out, you forget who was there last year.
Well, you remember Mitchell Kaufman. I thought, how are we going to replace Mitchell? And we come up with other great linebackers.
There's a beautiful play right there. Coming in to make the tackle was
Barrett Denton.
Barrett Denton.
He got a jump on that.
Denton has seen that play before based on how quickly he reacted to that. He's seen that in practice, and he was fired like a cannon over there to make that hit right after the receiver brought the ball in.
You ready to move into a brand new district this year?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I think that the general consensus in the public out there, not outside of the Park Cities, is that, Highland Park, they're going to see what it's like to play in 6A. Well, I promise you, we are going to see what it's like, and I think we're going to do real well.
There's a nice block in the backfield by the running back. Throw into the flat left side. It's going to be just incomplete.
I thought that was a flag, possibly.
Got there a little early.
There it comes. And we're not pro offense or defense.
I was going to say.
Yeah, that's the problem with this game is you can't be too much of a homer for the offense or the defense.
Yeah, no offensive lineman, Coach. You're not for the offense, though, right?
Well, yeah, I think it's going to, I'm looking forward to the rivalry with Jesuit. First game's going to be awesome with Flower Mound Marcus because they're a quality 6A team.
Well, last time we were in 6A, we won our district.
Right, and I think that's the expectation again.
And that was with the Richardson schools, right?
Yes.
And Lake Highlands, I think, was in that.
Sure.
Right.
And Heath, Rockwall Heath.
Rockwall
the
Heath.
Really good.
The Heath schools. Yeah.
Here we go on a first down from the 47-yard line. Again, this is the
high snap.
second-team offense. High snap pulled down by Peck. He hands it off, and just not a lot of running room for Brian Rapp right there. And one of the reasons is that defense came through and just made a really good showing right there.
44 came in there. Who was
Charlie Barton.
Charlie Barton out there with the second-team group, getting a lot of help from his buddies there on the replay.
That's what you want from the defense, isn't it? You don't want one person making the tackle. You want a couple of people in there.
You want a party at the quarterback.
Second down and long. A handoff.
Nice.
Right there by Brian Rapp. He does a nice job to jog around a tackler or a would-be tackler and pick up that first down. That's going to go for 13 yards. Preston Bond finally comes through to make the tackle, but watch this on the replay.
What a cut. He had two of them. One right there. Oop, hello. 23 gets left standing there, not because what he's doing, but because of what Rapp is doing.
Nice run right there by Brian Rapp. Another first down for the second-team offense for the Scots. From the 41-yard line this time. Straight drop back. Peck looks across the middle. He's got that inside receiver who just kind of sat down in the pocket, makes the catch. That's Marshall Miller. He's close to the first down. He's going to be just short of it, though. It'll bring third down and about 2.
Barrett Denton and
Josh,
Andrew Wade.
John Allen was back there. Is it John? Josh. Josh Allen.
About 2 minutes to go in the second quarter here. Running clock once again.
Second down, very short yardage. Again, Peck to throw. Looks downfield. Looks a little bit too tall. Intended down there for Walker Kashada.
And in coverage, number 20. Is that number 20 I'm reading?
Yep.
Who is Nathan Harper, along with the outside linebacker, which we're having trouble seeing his number.
Is that 36? Is that Josh Allen? Was that who that was? No.
No, it's a outside backer, I believe. We'll catch him next
here,
time.
20?
Yep, close.
We got a safety 20 and an outside.
Yeah, we got two of them.
Harper's a safety.
Here we go. Third down again. Very short yardage. This time they'll keep it on the ground.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And
nice.
Rapp will grind out that first down.
Good push up front by number 70. I believe that's, is that Basso? That's Watts, excuse me. Number 70 is Watts. Good push from the left side of that offensive line.
Again, they get a first down, so the second-team offense will continue with the football. 48 seconds to go. We'll have about a 5-minute halftime break coming up here in just a moment.
Let's see if here comes the blitz.
He's got time. Boy, the
Oh,
offensive line did
nice.
a nice job. He finds a receiver right across the middle. Beautiful catch made down there.
That's number
And
9.
a first down is picked up. That's Walker Kashada again on the catch.
And number 22 on coverage. That's Suarez, linebacker help. Well, nice pocket right here by the offensive line. And I'm telling you, Warren Peck stands in there and throws a bullet right across the middle. So you see his arm strength right there. If he's got time, he can pick people apart.
And that was a nice 10-yard dig route, and he put it on him.
Oh, that back shoulder throw is just short. That's going to take us to halftime. Been a pretty good first half of football. There's not been a lot of mistakes.
Right. Based on, what, 1 or 2 penalties, right?
I think we've had 2 penalties in the first half. And again, they'll take about a 5-minute break right here. We'll just hold it right here.
And here's Coach Webb. Come on in. You want to?
I think we are going to talk to Coach
Rodney Webb.
Rodney
Okay,
Webb.
see that. Are we?
I believe we're still on the air. Coach Webb, how you doing? Russell Scott.
Hey, Russell, I'm doing great.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having me. I was down there looking for the elevator for about 20 minutes.
Hey,
You're the new athletic director. Hey, we got to.
Could you make that your number 1 priority? We will be on your side from now.
No, I knew there actually knew there wasn't an elevator, but
You probably got told that before you took the job, even.
for sure.
We like you already.
Yeah.
We like you already.
Well, you've obviously, I know a little background. I know that Coach Wells and you have a history together. Tell us about that and what led you to Highland Park.
So Coach Wells and I go all the way back to 1986. He was an offensive lineman at Tarleton State. I was an incoming freshman offensive lineman. He was coming off an ACL injury, and so he wasn't cleared to play early in that season. So I actually sort of took his spot.
Oh, okay.
and in fairness to Coach Wells, it was really due to injury, and so he sort of mentored me when I got there. We got to be really good friends, stayed really good friends, played together 2 years after that. And then roomed together. We were both GAs at the same time.
Really?
And then we got out at the same time. He went to coach with Coach Allen at Abilene Cooper. I took a job at Elgin High School. And, the rest is history. But we've maintained our tight friendship all through the years.
Right. Well, he whenever we have been getting ready to play you, he has always been so complimentary of. He says, "I want to win this," but he's a good guy. Coach Webb's a good guy. You were at Rockwall for how long?
So I was at Rockwall 7 years.
Okay.
And then the past 2 years at Denton Guyer. And you asked the question about what led me to Highland Park. I love coaching. I've done it 32 years. The last 20 as a head football coach, and have been either the district AD or campus AD all during that 20 years. And so it's been a labor of love for me. And I certainly wasn't necessarily ready to get out of coaching. But when this opportunity came up, you guys know, you're around here. You know what a special place it is. And I've always admired it from the outside looking in. As a visiting coach on those sidelines over there, being good friends with Coach Wells and Coach Allen, Coach John, Coach Farnes. A lot of those guys I've known for a long time. And I've got just a tremendous amount of respect for the district. I told the people that I visited with when I came over here, it's the gold standard in public schools in Texas from an overall school standpoint and from an athletic standpoint. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that? So I think it's an opportunity that gives me a little bit uniquely as an athletic director to stay connected with kids. This isn't a district that has multiple high schools. You don't have 8 or 10 middle schools you're having to try to oversee. It's one high school, one middle school, 5 elementary schools. It's a very small land area around here. So I'm excited about the possibilities still have an impact with kids, but a little bit bigger scope instead of just football.
What was it? I don't know. You tell me. How difficult was it to leave a program like Guyer even though you come into a great program here, because they're going to be good every year.
Well, and the Geyer team has an opportunity to make it back to the state finals this year. Some really great kids over there, great parents, we were planning on having another really good season. And it was tough. Yeah. And I other opportunities that had come along prior to this one, I flat no. Like I would not do anything until at the very least at the end of this football season, because I want to coach this team, have an opportunity for me to go 4 straight years to the semifinals or finals. But again, you can't control timing. No. And so I'm trading. I think I'm hoping for a lot of really good years at Highland Park. I traded one more good football season for all these years at Highland Park.
Sure.
So.
Well, let me ask you about the new district for football this coming fall. You've kind of got, as we talked about, a unique vision of what Highland Park might do. Moving up to 6A, how hard is it going to be for the Scots? What do you think of the new district?
Well, I'll even talk beyond that. So I've been at Geyer, and we've been Class 6A Region 1, Division 2 the past 2 years, which is what we're going to be at Highland Park this year. So, I can speak to the district. Good coaches in this district, good teams, but not above and beyond what Highland Park has been playing. So I feel good about our opportunity to win the district, move forward in the playoffs, and then in Class 6A Division 2 Region 1, there are going to be some good teams, but it's really going to be Geyer. There's a much better chance South Lake goes Division 2 this year than the previous 2 years, and then I think Highland Park. I think those are the 3 teams to beat in the region.
Oh, there's Sewell on was that a swing pass?
That was a post route. Slant.
Missed the play right there, but Coach Webb, thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
You starting full time June 1st, or have you already full time?
Already here. Tomorrow I finish week 2.
Okay,
so hit the ground running.
And that elevator should be in by August.
Yeah, I need like a rappelling rope or something to get down.
We said a pulley.
A pulley, yeah. We'll work on that.
Okay.
Good to visit with you.
Thank you, Coach, for coming by. We hope to visit with you again next fall.
Thank you.
Well, third quarter underway. It was a nice way for the Scots' first-team offense to start it, and a great second play as well right there. That's Jackson Heiss, who made the catch and is taken down almost immediately. But 2 big plays for the offense to open up the third quarter. And again, this is the 2022 spring game for the Highland Park Scots.
And defense putting on late pressure right there on Storr, who did a nice job of standing in the pocket, but a flag is dropped, and it looks like we might have holding call against the first-team offensive line.
Yeah, they're going to bring this all the way back. Takes it all the way back near midfield. They'll put it down just outside the 48-yard line. Nice to hear from Coach Webb.
Yeah, he is a quality guy. He's a good guy. I think anybody that has a chance to meet him, talk to him, will be very pleased with the guy that the Scots chose to be the athletic director.
On first down, delay handoff right there, and it is going to go absolutely nowhere. In fact, that's going to be a 2-yard loss. Judge Ellis comes in to make the tackle. Wasn't fooled at all. So that brings second down in 22.
Who's not 33?
Line to gain is going to be the 28-yard line right here. So this offense has a way to go.
Jack Morris, who was on the number 2 defense, is now flipped over to the number 1 offense, which will happen in a spring game.
Spread it out, 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. Storr is going to keep it himself, goes up the middle. He's trying to get around that outside linebacker who just dug in and makes the tackle.
That's Rossley.
Tommy Rossley on the tackle.
Well, we've mentioned Rossley, but on the offensive side of the ball last year. But Tommy doing a good job on defense right there. We called his name several times tonight. Good penetration right there by the defensive end, Henry Richter, along with Judge Ellis. And I think the nose guard, is that Hummel?
I believe it is.
It was man-to-man, and everybody was chasing.
Yeah.
And Storr saw that and took off, but Rossley read it and sniffed it out.
Yeah, that's Ford Hummel who's in at nose guard right now. For the
defensive line getting big push right there. Here they come again.
Double team Hummel. We're going to have a penalty. They ripped the helmet off of Storr right there. And I believe that's going to be called a penalty.
That's one of those things where Kyle Carlson sticks his hand out, and he's not wanting to catch the face mask, but he just did. And the helmet comes off and in his hand, and he sheepishly hands it back to Brennan Storr because he did not intend to do that.
Is that one of those that Coach Allen kind of heart skips a beat right there?
Well, yes, a little bit. But when you swing that claw out there, no telling what it can catch. That's going to give first down to the Scots' first offense at the 31-yard line.
Oh, it's going to be spotted to the right hash. You got 3 receivers left. One comes to the right. Here comes the linebacker up on the outside. He's going to try to get in there. They'll swing it out. You've got 2 blockers in front, and it's going to be a pickup of close to 8 yards out on the far left side.
Hutch Crow.
And Hutch Crow makes the nice catch right there and gets a couple of nice blocks by his fellow wide receivers. Second down and 3.
Crow has impressed me so far. He's with his explosiveness, shiftiness.
And they've been moving him around. He's played outside. He's played inside, AC. He's all over the place.
I mean, you got a chance to make a name for yourself and to make the coaches go, hey, who is that? Let's talk about him.
Same play comes to the near side. Again, it's going to be Crow who made the catch, and he's going to dig his way near the 19-yard line. Not sure if he got there or not, but he did get just inside the 20, and that is going to be enough for the first down. Nathan Harper comes in to help make the stop, along with Barrett Denton.
Denton making some plays.
You get a nice look at it right there.
Good job. Nice blocking out front by number 22. That's Colin Sewell.
Jackson Heiss had a nice block out there wide as well. Another first down coming up right here for the first team offense. Turn and hand it off.
Nice move.
And he'll scramble down to the 16-yard line. That's going to be a 3-yard pickup.
21 is
Frank Musa. That's his first carry of the night, I believe.
Up front for the Scots, Petty. Along with Jake Watts. Is Pickleman still in? Whit Basso,
yep.
Robert Sweeney. The 5 starters up front.
3 receivers left. 1 goes to the right. And again, Musa's in at running back. Storr wants to keep it. Started right and no place to go. Nice tackle made right there by Henry Richter. And he just grabbed a hold of the waist and did not let go.
It's one of those situations where you can dance too much sometimes because you lose momentum.
Well, we talked about, what the team lost and found, lost from last year's team and guys that are trying to make their mark tonight.
Right.
Wanted to mention John Rutledge being the state track meet tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wish him the very best of luck.
If I'm not mistaken, he's got the fastest time in the state, or at worst, the second fastest. So he's got a chance to be the state champion.
I want to wish him and all of the participants in the Texas High School State Track and Field Championship tomorrow.
I watched him run in the district meet, and you just watch him run, and we saw it in football, but he is so smooth on a track. I mean, his head never goes up or down. It just is steady, and he's covering some ground.
Field goal unit coming in, and the kick is up and on the way, and Jack Tansey is good. Noah Lilly, the deep snapper right there. And that's the other thing. Highland Park's got to find a new kicker this year.
Right. Seems like the Scots always come up with one, though. How long has it been since we've had a kicker where we didn't feel very good about him one way or another?
I think it's been a while.
Yep. Here comes Warren.
Pat Sauer, jump in anytime. He is so zeroed in on this game.
Pat's calling the plays before they're run.
Here we go, second team offense. Peck's going to hand it off. And nice little
24.
run right there. That's Wagner Perry. Started up the middle and then was able to kind of branch off to the left side. Nathan Harper will get credit for the tackle right there, but a nice find when there wasn't a whole lot where he was intending to run.
Right, and he is hobbling off right now. Perry Looks like got a Charlie horse a little bit. Second down and 4 for the offense, for the second team.
Put those 3 receivers out right side. Throw it out there, and that's going to be caught. They'll turn it upfield, and that's going to be Walker Kashada. Should be right across that first down marker. They'll move the chains, and the second teamer is going to have another first down.
Just a little bubble screen. Got it out there quick, a little bit behind him.
Good block out in front that time by number 14, Marshall Miller at the Z. And he,
Really nice block.
he latched on to the cornerback without holding and would not release him.
5:18 to play third quarter. We will play 4 quarters tonight. But again, it is a running clock. The only time it stops, kicks and touchdowns. First down from the 41. Peck, right
Nice.
side, throws. That's going to be caught. That's Marshall Miller who made the catch. He's going to be shoved out of bounds on the far side. That'll be about a 9-yard pickup, it looks like. And that's going to be Harper, who was defending on the play.
Really nice job getting rid of it quick, giving him a chance to get at least close to the first down. He released it immediately.
I've gone, our quarterback year before last. I've gone Hawaii.
Braden Shager.
Braden Shager, I'm sorry. Braden Shager. Peck has a lot of the same characteristics as Braden Shager. Stands up tall in the pocket, really, forceful, powerful arm delivery.
And he doesn't seem like he's flustered or rushed. Even right there, he had somebody coming
nice catch.
in front of him. He had people coming behind him, and he still stood in there and completed the pass.
Braden Shager, one of the toughest quarterbacks Scots have ever had.
That was Knippa. Really nice catch. Might have had a foot out of bounds before.
Spring game, though, that's legal. That's okay.
Oh, yeah, out of bounds.
Well, they brought it back, though.
No, it was out of bounds.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It was a good call. I thought he might have gotten a foot down.
Third down is 6.
Well, the other thing we talk about, you kind of want to run your base offense. I promise you, Coach Allen's not showing anything that he's been working on in preparation for Flower Mound Marcus that first game. You're going to get the vanilla offense.
Here comes
There's
the
a
screen back to the
Oh,
near
yeah.
side, and they've got
Ho,
running room.
ho,
Oh,
ho.
my, this could go a long way. Down to the 40, down to the 35, and finally run out of bounds on the near side. Coming across to make the tackle, Noah Lilly. Catch was made down there by, again, I've got to go to my numbers.
Was it Kashada?
9-20.
I really liked the way Barrett Denton, the safety, came across. He was flying, and he missed him, but slowed him down to where everybody else could get there.
And number 70, oh, nice block. Look at that. Number 79. Is that, 79, Pancake. Who is that?
By the way, that was Keller Holmes who made the catch right there for Highland Park.
Well, that's on a screen play. The offensive lineman can be downfield, and Noah, the left tackle, Bowen Nasbaum, number 79, got out in front, and he was downfield in front of that and pancaked the safety that came over to try to make the play. Great job by Bowen Nasbaum.
Here we go. 4 wide receivers. Ball center of the football field. Straight drop back. Peck
Nice
takes his time, looks
protection.
across the middle and waits,
Whoa.
and that's batted out of the air. Nice defensive play down there by the safety. That was Connor Cornell.
Well,
got
the
a hand
linebacker,
up there and
the
knocked it
linebacker,
out.
Sam Webster, came underneath it and made a really nice play, although it might have been picked off if he hadn't gotten a hand up there.
That's one of those ones where Warren Peck may have telegraphed it a little bit too much without looking off the safety, and that resulted in that double coverage situation. So we'll have a punt coming back up. Again, Judge Ellis snapping to, can we see the punter's number?
I believe it's going to be number 15 again, is it not? No,
32?
22.
22. So that's Jack Tansey.
And I know everybody who's watching this is going, don't you know the number? Well, they switch numbers up for this game.
Yeah.
Some of them change, some of them stay the same. And we do have a number of kids who are not playing tonight mostly for injury or prevention or preventative concerns, not to further injure themselves or anything like that. 2:41 to play third quarter. So we've got just over 14 minutes of football to play here in this spring game. There's a delay.
Nice
handoff.
play.
Draw play goes back from right to left. And a nice run right there.
And a big hit by number 13.
Hunter Thornton.
Hunter Thornton.
He put a lick on him, didn't he?
He popped the running back. Here's a replay.
It's Wilson Axley who's carrying the ball.
Good job by Whit by, that's number 55 right there. Whit Basso, good job screening out the defensive end.
It's going to be second down, a little over 1. This time they'll throw it.
Here we go.
Lofted down, right side, almost picked off.
And
nearly picked off.
Give Jackson Heiss credit. That's a play right there, which in almost every situation would be a pick for the defense. And
Ethan Burt made a really nice play.
Ethan Burt coming in to make the play, but Jackson Heiss comes back to the ball to challenge Burt for it, or it would have been an easy pick. Thankfully, it falls incomplete from Heiss' standpoint. But
hope he's okay. It
Great
looks like
effort.
He might have busted up his shoulder a little bit.
Here we go, third down in short yardage. And again, now they're going to go with 2 running backs in the backfield, and they'll hand it off. And he didn't get it.
Whoa.
It is not going to be a first down.
That's Rossley
That's
again.
going to bring up 4th down.
I tell you, I've been impressed with Rossley. He has made some big-time plays at that inside linebacker spot.
He's gonna be a
Axley again
junior,
on the
right?
carry.
Tommy Rossley.
He'll be a junior this year.
Hang on, I can tell you. You want a lot of information
It
here.
says he's a senior. I thought he was a sophomore last year.
58 seconds to play here in the third quarter. And again, they'll punt the ball away. Jay Cox will kick this one. Boy, there's a high snap. Again, we said it. Make those mistakes here. Jack McCullum I believe that is Jack McCullum who's doing the snapping. At least he's one of our 24s.
So, Pat, how much fun was it running that 7-on-7 that summer?
Let me tell you.
Doesn't get much
I did
better,
a lot
does
of
it?
summers.
Did you?
Yes, sir. And even after my boys were done, we were still coaching. And wow, you talk about something that would have been fun to participate in.
When you were playing, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
A&M didn't do that?
It's not real football.
Yeah.
But in terms of competing for the football every play and learning how to do that,
right,
and recognizing the importance of when we put the ball in the air, we got to catch it.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it, or it's a wasted play.
Right.
And the kids really learn that, I think, more than anything.
God, go get the ball.
Hopefully nobody gets hurt in it because it can get pretty rough.
Right.
It's going to be the second teamers back in. Handoff, Brian Rapp. Again, a nice little stutter step. And
number 20 is Nathan Harper, again with the first hit.
Well, we've called his name quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, Nathan Harper, Denton both. Some guys just have a feel of where they need to be. You know, it's not that they're necessarily any better sometimes than some other kids, but they get to where they need to be faster.
4 wide receivers, 1 running back. They'll swing it out to the running back out of the backfield. He will be close to the first down. I'm not sure if he got it or not. That's Brian Rapp. Trying to get around the corner. Carter Noonan will get credit for the tackle there. Let's take another look at it right here.
He can really stop on a dime.
Yep. I've been impressed. I've been impressed by Rapp and what he's done so far.
That's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter here on the 2022 Highland Park Spring Football Game. And again, our thanks to New York Subs. New York Subs feeding our television crew today. Great place. You might want to think about that for yourself tomorrow. Here we go. Swing pass to the near side, incomplete. He tried to run with it before he caught it.
Yeah, ball was maybe slightly behind, but still probably would have hoped he'd come up with that.
Both of you guys been around football a long time. Do you ever get in games like this where players that maybe you saw in practice and you thought, yeah, they're okay, but they get in game situations and they are able to just turn it on? And
oh yeah, I mean, to me, Rossley tonight. I mean, I mean, it's not that he's not working hard in practice, but you don't get the same speed that you see out here in a scrimmage situation. And again, some guys just have a nose for it. I got a feel for where I need to be.
You get out there and you get in with the flow of the game and the speed of the game, and everything's a little bit different.
There are a few that when the lights are on Friday night, they're a different ball player.
Right.
But I'll tell you, these coaches see them every day. They've seen them since junior high. They know them pretty well. There are a few that all of a sudden really shine. And we've got a lot of players in this program.
Yeah.
And so they can get missed.
Well, and I'll tell you what, too. I'm always amazed at the difference between what we see now in the spring game and then when they come back in the fall. A lot of times they're totally different kids, bigger, stronger, faster. Here comes a blitz.
Whoa, they got a hold of Store back there, and that's going to be a big loss on the play. Coming through there to make the sack is William White. You were talking about being shot out of a cannon. He sure looked like he was right there.
Yeah, Coach Bobby Leidner, defensive coordinator, dials up that inside plug right there between the guard and the B gap between the guard and the tackle. And offensive line do not see it coming, and Brennan Store has to eat the ball.
That's going to be a loss of about 9 on the play.
You know, this is a game you want both sides to look good. You know, you want, and with all the seniors that graduated on the defense, I think Coach Allen's going to be pleased with what he's seen so far from the defensive look.
Here comes that blitz again. This time they get to pass off, and that's out to Jay Cox. And again, White's there to make the tackle.
Again, we'd like to encourage you, if you want to be a sponsor of Highland Park football, please look for contact from the captain's dads about how you can sponsor either the video or the radio broadcast of Highland Park football.
If you're going to be coming out to the games, we've got our smart bugs.
Yes.
And if you don't know what a smart bug is, in essence, it's a little radio that you can take in-game, home games and away games, and you'll be able to listen to the radio broadcast.
And if you've never done it, all I say is try it one time, and you'll be hooked from then on, because it will.
And there's an interception. Yep. Quarterback's arm got hit as he threw it, and that is going to be picked off. An interception, first turnover of the game, and it's Tommy Rossley, who we were just talking about.
Yeah, we had Hutch Crow coming across on that shallow route. We had a dig over the top, and he tried to hit that shallow and just got hit as he's releasing.
And here comes the pressure.
Got him.
It's defensive end right there, wasn't it?
I believe so. I couldn't get a number on.
Let's see if Rossley deposits that interception in the turnover can, which this defense takes great pride in.
Did they bring it out for the spring game?
Maybe not. Maybe not. Just because you don't want to rub it in against your own offense. So.
Well, I bet if you ask the defense, they go, yeah, we do want to rub it in. But we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it.
One thing that amazes me about Coach Wells and Coach Farnsley is that offensive line, by the time we start in the fall, you don't see that kind of pressure on our quarterback. No. And they get them to come together, and they work them so hard, and they test them every morning at 6 a.m., and it's a tough job. But those guys really drill into them their assignments, and they call it well live and do a fantastic job of getting these guys ready.
Yeah. Well, we've got to fill 3 holes on that offensive line from last year.
Well,
guys that we lost.
You know, I know Coach Allen's mentioned to me that along those same lines that what a great feeling it is to know you got somebody like Coach Wells. It's yours. Deal with it. Get the best people in there, and they'll have them ready to play when the time comes. Right. And then by the time they get to playoffs, they're really hitting high gear.
Peck comes back in at quarterback. He'll work with 2 running backs in the backfield, 3 wide receivers. Hand it to the second man through, and no place to go. There's a little spirited action going on out there this time.
And Jim, in your experience in these spring games, it's the defense that usually shines,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. I mean, it's much easier to attack and play defense than it is to execute a play, to run a route correctly, and really adjust on the fly, which is what the offense has to do. Right. So, yeah, the fact that we're seeing, some good offensive fireworks here is a good sign. But again, I keep saying it over and over again, the difference that you will see between now and the fall, there are many times I was coaching and I'd see a spring game and I go, oh my gosh, we're in trouble. By next fall, we're ready to play.
Pass comes out, left hand flat. It's going to be caught. It's Walker Kashada who made the catch right there.
He's had a busy night.
He has.
I'm going to keep reminding Coach Webb of that elevator.
Exactly.
We're going to make that a priority.
That came out of his mouth very quickly. He made 3 friends right here. Well, I imagine half the television crew down there
for those
yelled out.
For those of you who don't know, virtually every other stadium we play in, almost every single one's got an elevator to the press box or to the top level of the stands. Obviously, that's not the case here at Highlander.
And it's not bad if you're just walking up.
Yeah.
But if you have to carry a box of equipment, it's not so much fun. It's a nice defensive play. That's Blake Andrews who got in there and
that was a coverage
got his hands
sack.
on the
Everybody was covered up, and he just had to bail out of there, and he got sacked.
One of the reasons the Scots have been able to have such prolonged success, not that they don't lose coaches, but they've got a little bit of continuity, much more so than a lot of places. Even, coaches that leave and come back. And
well, you're just talking about Coach Wells. How long has he been with Coach Allen? 27 years?
20, yeah, he was with him at Abilene before he came to Highland Park, and that was 22, 23 years ago. So, yeah, but then...
Did he go with him to Brownwood?
Right. But then
Is this
also
Barrett
defensively...
No, that's Sewell.
22, isn't it?
Sewell?
Tansy if it's 22. But, defensively, too. Coach Leidner done a tremendous job. I mean, I'm always amazed at how the kids just, they go, we love that guy. Okay, tell Russell, you got to explain why we're laughing.
New York subs. We just got some delivered to the press box, and oh my gosh!
Are you taking the rest home?
You guys have
I'm trying to figure out where I can put it. Here you go.
Everybody's scrambling.
Okay.
New York subs coming through.
Thank you.
With plates and sandwiches.
All right.
We forget about the last 8 minutes of the game. We're going to eat up here.
Yeah. Okay. Don't you want 2 to take? Here. No. Grab. Thank you. New York Subs. All right. We need to plug New York Subs.
We love you more and more now.
It's amazing what real food will do.
So, by the way, don't forget, speaking of New York Subs, they're our one and only sponsor for tonight. Our thanks to them. But again, Captain's dads are going to be out, hitting the bushes, trying to raise money for the telecast and the radio broadcast for this coming fall, and they'll start that in earnest probably early next week.
And keep in mind, too, if you're there are some businesses that don't need advertising. If you don't need advertising, but you're willing to be a sponsor, the Captain's Dad would love to talk to you, because we'll put your name on there or your company name and note you as a sponsor, even if you don't care about a commercial. So, anything you're willing to do, we'd love to have you be a part of Highland Park football, especially when we get to the playoffs.
Storr's in trouble again, and he's going to be sacked. Boy, that thing just kind of fell apart from the get-go, didn't it?
Right.
It just collapsed
that was
on him.
Kyle Carson in on the hit, along with number 45, Connor Cornell, for the first-team defense.
We ran a running play, and then we faked that running play, and we had a lead sweep on that previous play, and William White just really played the block really well and made a
Right.
good tackle. So they came back and faked that, and nobody went for it.
Sam Webster was in there on the tackle as well. Jay Cox having a shot at practicing his punting.
16 is. Did I miss him?
No, I've got him right. It's right in front of me somewhere. I just can't find it.
We for those of you wondering, we're kind of looking at hieroglyphics up here.
They're trying to read
Birdie?
my writing. No.
Is it Ethan Birdie? No.
Yes.
Ethan Birdie.
Yes.
Ethan Burton.
Ethan Burt. Okay, it's wrong on the roster.
All right, second team offense. 7:20 to go in this Highland Park Spring game.
Here we go. Peck back in at quarterback. Swings out near side. That's going to be caught. And that little screen pass is not going to go for much of anything. And we've got a flag thrown. And a penalty is going to be called right here. That was Walker Kashada again on the catch. But
And that's Coleman Donham in on the play along with Nathan Harper.
some good defensive play right there by the
Right.
secondary.
Well, one of the things the Highland Park defense has always done well, they run to the ball. They fly to the ball. And a good example right there is, again, number 75, Coleman Donham, defensive end, and he's out there with the cornerback and the linebacker helping make the play.
Moving all the way back to the 35-yard line.
Is Nathan Harper playing safety and linebacker? Oh, no, that's two different
There's
guys.
two
20s.
Okay, 220s.
Coach Allen just keeping us on our toes.
There you go.
First down and 20 now after they marked off the penalty yards. Again, this is the second team offense.
Good
Straight
protection.
drop back. It's got some, there's a screen pass out to the right side. Trying to get around there, that's Brian Rapp. Back to the line of scrimmage, but just not anything else there. William Suarez kind of snuck in there and makes the tackle.
He really closed on that play.
Yep.
Really nice job.
That's what you want to see out of your linebackers, this explosiveness to the football. Once they read what's happening.
Yeah, he really put his
And
foot
here-
in the ground and came and took on
you know,
76.
Well, yeah, he
Very-
not only did he make the play, but he also defeated the offensive lineman who was blocking out in front.
Yeah, I think
He kept-
Matthew Wallace got some pressure on the quarterback as well right there. Fought off that center's block. Let's see what Peck can do this time. Right across the middle, that's going to be caught. And that's going to be Shada again on the catch.
10-yard gain.
Number 45,
It's going to bring up third
Connor-
down and about 11.
Connor Cornell on the hit.
Man, love getting these
Excuse
replays.
me. Yeah, it helps these replays. 44 was the hit, not 45.
And I can't find
I can't
44.
find it. Can't either.
Swinging again
Yep.
out here, near side. Rapp.
Oh, nice move.
He beats everybody to the sideline, then turns it up and gets that first down.
Great little point right here for young running backs. Rapp gets out in the open field, and just a little hesitation freezes the linebacker, allows him to pick up another 10 yards. Watch him out here when he runs this bubble screen, flares out, makes the catch, hesitate, here we go. He's around the corner.
First down, they'll spot it at the 40-yard line of the defense. Rapp stays in the backfield. They'll work with 4 wide receivers this time. 2 to either side. Play action.
Whoa!
And Peck's going to keep it himself.
Oh.
Saw a little bit of an opening right there, and had this been live football, I'm not sure he gets as far as he did, but they're trying to ease up on hitting the quarterbacks.
It's number 45 making the hit.
Connor Cornell.
Cornell, but initial pressure by number 20, and that's Nathan Harper. We've called his name a bunch. He comes on a blitz inside and forces Peck out of the pocket.
Actually, that's the other number 20,
Is it?
the outside linebacker. yeah.
Okay. Do we know the other number 20's name?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
Straight drop back. Peck wants to throw. Stays on his
Here we
feet.
go. Here we
buys
go.
himself some
Oh!
time. He's got a receiver down there for a first down inside the 5-yard line. That is
Kashada.
Walker Kashada one more time.
Peck did a really nice job working the
Yep.
pocket there.
He did.
Fakes up, backs up, moves to the outside, gets a chance to make a long throw, and puts it on.
And Kashada did a good job of continuing to drift and find the open spot when he sees his quarterback in trouble.
You know, that's the thing we talked about a lot last year was how the wide receivers were able to help the quarterback on plays that didn't look like they were going to become much, but they were able to find those open spots in the field.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Rapp's got the touchdown.
Nice push up front by the left side of that offensive line for the number 2s. That's Paul Flowers. That's Bowen Nussbaum. That's number 70 right there. Who I'm looking for, and that's Jake Watts, who was on the first team, slid over on the second team on that drive.
Extra point is missed this time. Not keeping score in this one, though, tonight. But I will tell you who's going to win. Spoiler alert. Highland Park, I believe, is going to hold on to win this one.
Yeah.
I bet Pat Sowers $5 before the game.
The Pitmaster.
Yeah, he told me he
Ones are back
smoked
in.
some redfish
Yep.
yesterday
16.
on the grill.
On the smoker.
There's a handoff.
That's Axley with a nice little run. Delay draw coming back from right to left. Sweeney pulling in front of him from his right tackle spot.
Maybe we need to see high school football go to spring
Oh,
action.
wow. That was
Nice defensive play there.
Carlson.
Is that Carlson that got his hand up
I
there?
believe so. Batted it down. Big paw up there. I'll watch the replay to make sure. But I think it was Carlson. Right here, defensive end. Hand up. Yep. That's great reaction by Kyle Carlson, who, again, if you recall, was a nose guard last year, but the coaches, he's a little bit undersized to be a nose guard, and probably going to see a lot of playing time at defensive end.
He looks quick also.
Yep. He gets great push.
Right across the middle.
Hutch
Pass
Crow.
complete. And
Crow
dances his way out for another first down.
Tackle made by the other 13.
Hunter Thornton. Right?
Right. Look at that push by Carlson. Is that Thornton, number 13? Crossing route. Oh, nice.
Boy, wide open.
Nice.
Nice catch out near midfield. Taken all the way up the
Oh.
left side. Still on his feet inside the 30. Down near the 28-yard line. Tommy Rossley comes in to make the tackle.
Kind of lost the running back on that one. You know, he snuck out of the backfield and down the field. And
Wilson
see,
Axley.
he comes right out of the backfield.
Yep.
And
They lost him,
wide
didn't they?
open.
And good job for Axel. Axel could have gone out of bounds right here. He says, no, this is a spring game, and I'm trying to make an impression. I'm heading back.
Here's play action. They'll throw deep, and Ice
Oh.
almost come
I
up
think
with
we're
it.
gonna get a
He
pass
almost
interference
came up
here.
with it.
Or the refs trying to end the scrimmage.
They probably want to watch the Mavericks game.
Was that Heiss?
Heiss did a nice job of using his body. He would have gotten a pass interference call. The ball was a little bit underthrown and makes it tough on the DB.
And I'm telling you, in a real game situation, Coach Allen would have been coming back to something else because these defensive backs have seen these routes over and over again.
That's going to be the last play of the game, I believe. And that is going to bring us to the end of the 2022 Highland Park Spring Football matchup.
And again, it won't be long before the Scots are scrimmage in Plano. Is it Plano West? Plano East, excuse me.
Plano East, yes.
And then the opening game of the year here at Highlander against Flower Mound Marcus.
Got Flower Mound Marcus and Louisville, and then right on into district play. 9 teams in the district this year. So 8 district games for the Scots. And again, if you didn't know, it's Jesuit, Irving MacArthur, Irving Nimitz, Berkner, Pierce, Richardson, and Lake Highlands in 7-6A along with Highland Park.
So a couple of instant rivalries with Jesuit and an old rivalry with J.J. Pierce.
Yes.
And Jesuit is, I believe that's a September 30th game, so it's right near the...
Not that you've circled
No.
it.
And then Pierce is the final district game before playoffs.
Well, Pat Sauer, what did you think of the spring football game for Highland Park this year?
Well, I liked what I saw on the defensive front, really D-line and the linebackers, and also the secondary, really covered extremely well. Obviously, Jay Cox looks great, catching the ball, running the ball. And but there were a lot of guys that got some opportunities to carry the football and catch the football. And I think we're going to have an exciting season next year. And we just got to keep working at it and getting stronger over the summer.
Coach Castellaw, when you have lunch with Coach Allen next week, what's he going to tell you about this game?
Again, if they got out of it, which I think they did without anybody hurt, he's going to go. It's a success because, again, they'll go straight into 7-on-7, and then they really turn it up a notch when they get back in the fall. And, right now this is a lot of teaching, but he's going to say, if we didn't get anybody hurt, but we saw some good things on film, we're going to be happy. And I think they saw a bunch of good things on the film that are going to translate into a great season next fall.
Well, I think that's going to wrap things up from Highlander Stadium. Our thanks to you for tuning in. It was a pleasure for us to be able to move from the radio side to the television side tonight. Our thanks to Jay Ellis, who hung out with us here in the booth and helped us spotting for a little while. Pat Sauer, thank you so much for being up here and helping us get through this. Jim Castellaw.
You notice they didn't bring a camera in the booth. I think there's something to be said for that.
I've been told to have a great face
for radio. We all do.
That's going to wrap it up. Our thanks to our great television crew tonight. Game On Productions do a fantastic job, and again, they'll be back.
Fred Garner does a great job, and a very classy program that they put on, and we're happy to be part of it.
And don't forget, the Captain's Dads will be out starting next week. They're selling the television and the radio broadcast and trying to get everything set for next fall when the Highland Park Scots move up to 6A, District 7, and take on a whole new set of schools next year. And it should be fun.
Should be fun. And if some point down the road Denton Geyer shows up, I'm glad we got Coach Webb over here.
Exactly. Hey, that's going to wrap it up. Y'all have a great weekend, and we will be back with you in the fall when the Highland Park Scots get ready to move up into 6A. For all of the guys who've been part of this, Russell Scott saying so long and have a happy weekend.